What is up, YouTube? My wonderful YouTube fam. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you happen to be tuning in. You join me for another little prep vlog, and today it's like a little mini bonus episode because it'll be going live on Friday. I am doing a full day of eating. So I am 20 weeks into prep right now for my first ever NPC wellness show, and I'm X weeks out, and I just thought it would be interesting to take you guys through what a full day of like normal low calories is for me, because kind of conscious that a lot of my vlogs recently have been on high days because they have been coming in more frequently, but I want to show you guys how I structure my food on a lower calorie day. And actually this video is perfectly timed because I did have my food dropped today. So I checked in with Christian and we have pulled 25 carb from both days just for a final bit of a dig. So, you know, get these last little bits of body fat off, get me lean, get me depleted, and then we'll see what happens from there. All right. So obviously today is a training day. So my targets for today are 160 protein, 100 carb and 40 fat. And then on my rest day, it will be 160 protein, 50 carb and 40-ish fat. And you know what, to be honest, like, I don't feel anything about it. Like, if anything, I was a bit excited when he pulled my food. I was like, yeah, buddy, we gonna get fucking shredded. And also, like, I know it's short term. I know it's not going to be months and months of this, you know, like we are getting into the final stages and it's just kind of what you have to do, right? So I'm going to show you guys how I plan out my meals. I've got them all planned for the day. It ain't going to be much exciting. It's a lot of protein and veg, or protein and fat. That's really it. But all my carbs will be going pre and post workout as they kind of always were before, but I have just changed some things around just to make sure that I'm feeling satiated and also hitting my calories. So obviously you'll see this morning, woke up, did my usual morning routine, just boxed off 16 check-ins. Love prep productivity. And now it is about 9 o'clock and I'm just out on a walk. I did do some steps in the walking pad, but I actually didn't film it because you guys have seen me do steps in the walking pad enough times. I do steps while I'm doing my check-ins. I multitask, it's great. But yeah, I'm feeling good today. I actually got a decent sleep last night. 6 hours, 20 minutes, but I actually slept through the night, which hasn't happened in fucking ages. Yesterday I was fucked. I was really tired because I slept so badly the night before with the travel and my whole body was like aching. So I spent the afternoon lying in the sun, and then I had a bath and I got a really early night and I think I needed it. So I think my new bedtime has to be like 8 p.m, which is fine. Listen, if I have to do that for the next however many weeks, months, I will do it. Like at this point right now in prep, my sleep is so fucking important and I really do want to make sure I'm prioritizing it. So it's going to be another early night tonight, but listen, that just means I get to eat my food a bit earlier. So it's not the end of the world. But yeah, it was a pleasant surprise when I woke up and I was like, oh, I didn't actually spend an hour and a half awake during the night thinking about food or being hungry and like annoyed at myself that I was awake, which was lovely. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you find it insightful. Also, just I always feel like I have to reiterate this. Do not copy what I eat. You will not look like me. I just thought it'd be interesting for you guys to see what a day of lower calories on a competition prep does look like. Okay, so of course, as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it a comment, tell me if there's anything you guys want to see over the next little while, and let's get home and let's get eating breakfast. Okay, meal number one, pre-workout meal, is the exact same. It is my 230 grams of egg whites, tomatoes, bagels, peanut butter and jam. I did bring home many packets of Warburton's bagels, so I have some in the freezer because they're just so much better. Just so much better. I've said this before, but like I could be on literally, as long as I'm on 50 carb a day, I'm having a fucking bagel for breakfast before I train. It's just so fucking good. I know I could have something higher volume like oats, but I don't like oats. Also, my hunger isn't that high, and it digests super well, fast digesting carbs before I train, and it's just fucking good. It's just delicious. And you know, when it comes to dieting, actually enjoying your food makes a huge difference, and this is just something that I look forward to every day. So yeah, I'm gonna tug into this, and then I have upper today. So I'll bring you guys, I actually did film my upper session a few weeks ago. I'll film a few clips, nothing crazy. I want to make today more about the food. So I'm gonna dig into this, and I'll catch you guys in the gym or in a few minutes. That breakfast was fucking delicious, as it always is. I'm gonna run you guys through my supplements and my intra workout and all that good stuff as well, since I guess technically that counts as a full day of eating or part of the full day of eating. So intra workout, I always just do EAAs. So I have the Train by JP EAAs in watermelon. So I do 10 grams of them, as that is the serving size. Obviously I don't do any like intra workout carbs or anything, because why would I waste any of my carbs on intra workout carbs? To be fair, I never really do intra workout carbs. I do creatine as well. So normally if I'm having like a pre-workout, I'll just put the creatine in that. But since I won't be doing that, I'll just be having a coffee today since I'm just doing upper. I just dry scoop it, and I know people are gonna be like, what the fuck? But honestly, it's fine. So I do 5-6 grams of that. I definitely spilled some. Okay, supplements then. So Support Max, 4 of these, since I am on anabolics, and they are just like a general kind of liver kidney support. I do fish oil or omega-3 fish oil. So I do 3 caps, which, let me check the serving size. That would be about 1.5 grams of fish oil. And then I also do folic acid and B12. This is just to help with my liver and stuff. We just recently added this in based on my blood work. And the B12 is also important. I take metformin, and metformin can deplete B12. Then for pump, I do Ride On. Where's my Anavar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So pre-pump, Ride On. I actually like this because you just have to take it. I talked about before the Conte Mega Pump, but honestly, it's actually the texture is so disgusting, but I'm not having that. And then my special pre-workout, which is Anavar. Don't do drugs, kids. And that's pretty much all my supplements for like the morning, obviously aside from my first things I take in the morning, which is like my T3, T4 and Clen. And then obviously I take some other supplements before bed, but those are like my general health subs. So there you go, an insight. And now it's time to hit the gym. I'm gonna have a double espresso, just energy. And then it's time for upper.
electricity load if we had no electricity.
And we are back from the gym. Good upper day. To be fair, I actually felt fucking great. I even texted Christian. I was like, I don't know what it is about you dropping my food, but it always gives me a new lease of life. I don't know why. I just get excited. I'm gonna get so fucking shredded. But anyway, we are gonna have our post-workout meal. First off, our electricity has just gone out, which is great because I can't work if there's no electricity. So I'm a bit stressed about that. But I'm more stressed because I have my creamy in the freezer, freezing for later. And it's not going to be frozen. I'm hoping it should be okay. If we leave the freezer kind of closed, it should hopefully stay cold. And hopefully the Spanish sort out this electricity quickly because it's definitely out like all over the place. Because when I was in the shop, a lot of the lights were out, which was fucking annoying. So, Usually if it is like a out wide thing, they sort it quick enough. Fingers crossed. Anyway, post-workout. So usually it would be my cereal, whey, and berries, but I've just changed it to 250 grams of Greek yogurt, 50 grams of strawberries, and then 40 grams of Cocoa Pops. So I'm going to like put the Cocoa Pops in the yogurt and eat it, but I don't like when things go soggy. So I'm just going to add them as I go and add them as I eat. So we'll see. We'll see if it's nice or else I'll just have them on the side. Obviously it's a teeny tiny portion, but it's just a bit higher volume. And then, like I said, my last meal will be a creamy, but I'll talk about that later. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this and I don't know, see if I can use my data to do the rest of my check-ins. Sick. Just what you want on a Monday, which is a busy day. Anyway, nothing I can do about it. So I'm gonna eat this because I'm hungry and I will catch you guys later. The electricity is still not working. Turns out it's not working in all of Spain and France and Portugal. It's a nationwide power outage. So whoever spilled their coffee on the fucking switchboard or whatever Russian cyber criminal decided that we're going to take down, European electricity today, I just want you to know, fuck you. Fuck you. Running an online business with no electricity, funny enough, quite difficult. Thank God my phone, I was able to hotspot off my phone and finish off my check-ins. Had to do voice note check-ins, which I hate, but still, I would rather get people's feedback across to them. And that's just been it. And then I just sat outside because now my phone's nearly dead and I don't have anything else to do and I have no idea when it's going to come back. Thank God I have a gas stovetop so I can still cook my food. The freezer, the food is still frozen. The fridge, food is still cold. I'm just really concerned about my creamy. I'm just really, it's definitely going to be, first of all, if the electricity comes back, if I'm able to use the fucking machine. But secondly, if it does come back, how frozen is that creamy going to be? Because I only put it in this morning. If not, I guess I'm having fucking whey paste for my last meal. If I have to do it, I'll do it. But I would really, really like if it would come back online. But anyway, going to make my next meal now. Oh, also, guys. Do you notice something? I got my fucking ring. There we go. Is it focusing? Focused on the ring. Come on. I don't know if you can see it properly. For anyone who doesn't know the lore, I got engaged in August, got a promise ring, was meant to go to Dubai in December to get the real ring. Got to Istanbul airport, missed our first flight, went to get on the second flight. I couldn't get on the plane because my passport expired this month and you need 6 months on a passport to get into Dubai. So it was a whole thing. But my fiance got me my ring and he brought it back and he just gave it to me. So it's so nice. It's exactly what I wanted. Big. I love it. Oh my God, I'm going to be that bitch. I'm going to be like, it's a bit big. I mean, as in the ring is a bit big because my fingers are so skinny right now. So hopefully once they have a bit more fat on them, it will be perfect, but it's still fine. I love it so much. I get to wear this for the rest of my life. Anyway, second meal's going in. So I am just making veggies. Veggies, chicken, sugar-free barbecue sauce, and almond butter. And that is going to be my next meal. So I'll show you guys when it's done. And hopefully these fucking... And also like the data isn't great. Like the signal isn't great. I don't know if that's been affected as well, but like hopefully it all comes back online soon. Anyway, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys my super exciting meal. And listen, this is the reality of prep. A lot of your meals are going to be chicken and veg, steak and veg, protein. You got to do what you got to do. I've always said like my hunger is actually super manageable in prep, but for me, like meals like this, which are a bit more like plain and boring, are way less, they're less tasty. And so I don't really want to keep eating them. And I think this is something I was trying to explain to people. Like if you try and make all your meals super exciting and super high volume, you just make dieting harder for yourself. Whereas for me, I would rather just eat the kind of small meal, but like it does the job, you know, like at this point, it is just about ticking boxes, you know, hit the calories, food is fuel. I'm very emotionless. Like even when Christian was like, we're pulling food, I wasn't like, oh my God. I was just like, all right. Actually, I was kind of excited. Like it's just prep, you know, like I could sit here and be like, oh, I'm only gonna eat 100 carb today or 50 carb on my rest day. But like, so fucking what? I'd rather be shredded. That's more important to me right now. So, you know, short-term pain for hopefully long-term gain. Yes. Okay. And there we have it. Meal 3. Delicious. Again, not very exciting, but to be fair, I actually love this meal. Barbecue sauce and almond butter is 10 out of 10. Just because I know people will ask or be wondering, I don't track veggies, but I weigh them and I have the same ones every day. I have a variety across the day of different colors, and I don't track sugar-free sauces, but I weigh it. So like every day I have 20 grams of sugar-free barbecue sauce and 15 grams of sugar-free teriyaki. I don't weigh them and I don't change them. I just keep them consistent throughout the whole of prep. So I'm going to eat this. It's going to be stuffed, and then I guess I'm going to go back outside because the electricity still ain't fucking back. I just realised that the last clip I filmed had no fucking audio, which was me explaining my dinner and everything like that. So you guys will have just seen the B-roll of the dinner, which was just 150 grams of veggies, steak, kimchi, sugar-free teriyaki sauce. It's like 7:15. Electricity still isn't back. The signal isn't working on our phones. We literally may as well be living in the dark ages. And I'd be lying if I said I'm not a bit stressed that I'm going to wake up tomorrow and there won't be any power and I won't be able to do my work. And I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. But I'm sincerely hoping that the people of Europe are working around the clock to get the electricity back, because my landlord texted me like a few hours ago saying that his was working. So I'm like, surely it's going to start working soon. But yeah, anyway, it's fine. It's not really fine. Picked a great day to do my full day of eating, but obviously no electricity means no fucking creamy for me, which is very sad. So what I've done is I basically done Greek yogurt. So 200 grams Greek yogurt, 5 grams of isolate, 1 gram of cocoa powder. Mixed it up with some vanilla and orange flavor drops. So it's like chocolate orange, and then done 10 grams of dark chocolate. So Greek yogurt has some carbs in it, so I know the calories will be slightly higher than the isolate by itself. So I've halved the amount of dark chocolate I would have had. So instead of having 20 grams, I'm having 10 grams, so that the calories are the same, even though the carbs are a bit more than they should be and the fats are a bit lower. But like, as long as calories are equated and proteins equated, it's fine. Obviously, I would rather it be 100% of the tea what I was supposed to have, but I know that this doesn't really make any difference at all. Also, like, because the fridge isn't working, the yogurt's, if the fridge doesn't start working really soon, the yogurt's gonna go off, and we have loads and I don't want it to go off. So that's why I've done that. So yeah, this should be a creamy, but it's Greek yogurt instead, but you know what, it's fine. It's fine. So I think I'm just gonna wrap up the video here because it was just supposed to be a full day of eating. So it's probably gonna be a short enough video, but I just wanted to give you guys an insight into how I structure my days with my calories being lower. So they're about 160 grams of protein. So 5 meals, protein at every meal, fruit or veg at most meals, except this one. Obviously there's no fruit in this one because I don't have the carbs for it. They're all satiating. I eat at the same times every day. That really helps my appetite. And, you know, a lot of my foods are just kind of boring, bland, but you can still make them tasty, right? Like stir frying your veggies, you know, putting sugar-free sauces on things. These things can make your food a bit more exciting rather than it just being like plain fucking broccoli. You know what I mean? Like if you put a little bit of effort into your meals, they'll be nicer. And if they're nicer, it's going to be way easier to stick to your diet. So yeah, not a lot of exciting food, but that's the reality of prep. And like I said at the start of the video, I'm conscious that a lot of my videos have been high days recently, and that's obviously not the majority of the days that I'm doing. Most of my days are low calories. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, maybe gotten some good meal inspiration. I really hope that this fucking electricity starts working. It was fine for like an hour or two. I was like, okay, bit of time off social media, and now I'm like stressed because obviously I run an online business and I really need the fucking internet to work and just everything. But we'll be fine. If I have to eat just protein powder and shit tomorrow, I will. I'm hoping the gym will be open. You don't need electricity for weights, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you will have seen. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to give the video a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if there's anything you guys want to see, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.